What's going on, everybody? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Sunday, January 21st. Hope you're having a great weekend. And in this video, we're going to do a checkup on the XRP chart. We're going to take a look at some technical analysis and price action, what we can expect in the days, weeks, months ahead. As always, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment and informational purposes only. You should never ever buy anything based on anything that I write or anything that I have said or will say. But we'll take a look at the chart. Spoiler alert, it's looking like we could see potentially one more dip before we see massive price appreciation, and I would even argue potential all-time highs. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. You can also give us a follow over on X, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And as I see it here on my profile here, Ron DeSantis suspends his presidential bid and endorses Trump. And as we know, Trump has his NFTs. He's been basically doing a 180, it seems, on crypto. And I think a lot of that has to do with Ramaswamy also dropping out. And I think Trump realizes the opportunity with regards to crypto and putting that in his arsenal. That might get him a bit more votes and start to sway everything in his favor, right? But obviously, this isn't a politics channel. I don't get into politics, so I don't care. At the end of the day, I really don't care. I'm Canadian. Whoever's going to be the best for the MJ and crypto space is basically what I'm hoping for. This is an MJ-centric channel, but we do cover blockchain and crypto as our secondary focus. So I just want to bring up the chart here. So again, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. I'm not trying to be a perma bear or anything like that. I know I made a video saying that 50 cents was incoming, but that's not me wanting XRP to go to 50 cents, right? That's just me analyzing the charts and trying to have an unbiased opinion and trying to see the most amount of signals and signs and patterns, which ends up being confluence. If we see, 8 out of 10 indicators that we normally track that are saying downward pressure, and we could be seeing, this target, then I'm going to be bearish, right? And then if I see 8 out of 10 indicators and patterns that I like the chart and keep an eye on, if 8 out of 10 of them are bullish, then I'm bullish, right? So in this instance, I do think that there is the case for one more potential leg down, and that a lot of that has to do with Bitcoin. So we'll bring up the XRP chart here. You can see the last time we had a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on XRP, we actually came back down and tested prior monthly support, and we got above it convincingly, but then we came back down for one more final shakeout basically and dip. So what I think is happening here is the same thing, where we come up, we saw that, we basically won the lawsuit. XRP in and of itself was not a security, but then we came back down because the whole market, the crypto sector as a whole, was trending lower, right? So we just followed the rest of the market, and then we started to see other altcoins pop off, which is very common. We usually see Bitcoin run to new all-time highs, and then on its consolidation, we see altcoins start to run, and usually of the altcoins, XRP is the last to run. So if we take a look at this simple example here, you can see we got above the EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. We got above it. We started to change the momentum, but we got knocked down one more time before we saw that cross. So we're seeing the cross now, but we're seeing that another dip. So we had that massive run up, got convincingly above those EMAs. We saw the EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, but then we're just getting one more dip here. And if I zoom into the weekly time frame, it was actually a weekly descending triangle and weekly downtrend that confirmed, and that's why I had that measured move of about 50 cents. And then from that move, you can see here we hit 48.5, so just like basically 48.5 cents. So exactly what I thought would happen happened. And that's, again, not me wanting it to go to that price. I did buy the dip, so I was happy to do so. But I was able to not only, it's not about predicting, it's just about preparing yourself. If you want to set a buy order, well, have funds on the exchange and set a buy order so that when prices start to drop, you're not, trying to make decisions emotionally. You're not going to let emotions get in your way and cloud your judgment. But also that, not just that, it's that, but the fact that the exchanges might be locked up and things like that, right? So, and it takes a while to move money and things like that to different exchanges. So that's something that we have to keep in mind as well. So one thing I want to mention is that right now we are seeing that final dip, and we also have a trend line of support here. And then something I want to mention as well is that Bitcoin is a daily bear flag. Anything under that 0.32 fib on this daily bounce was just a weak bounce and a potential daily bear flag. And you can see here we didn't get above the 0.382 fib, and if we take our measured move, it's saying about 38k here on this daily bear flag and daily downtrend confirming. And then also if we zoom out to the weekly time frame, you can see here that weekly EMA 26 is just under 37,000 at 36,000. So I do think that there's a great chance, a very, very high probability that we come back down and test somewhere around that 37 to 33K on Bitcoin, maybe even come down and test EMA 26. I doubt it. Maybe we get a back test of 30K and a flush of 30K, because that's probably where a lot of people would get stopped out. So maybe they go stop loss hunting. I think it's more than likely going to be 37 to 33K, but I'd probably give it like a 60-70% chance that would happen, and then maybe a 20-30% chance that we get a slight flush of 30K. I think there's going to be a lot of dip buyers here, and the reason why I'm bringing up Bitcoin in the XRP video is because it is the leader in the space. Everything follows in tandem with Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin sees legs lower, we're probably going to see legs lower, or at least some selling pressure and some headwinds with regards to the altcoins. So I do think that we could see that, but keep in mind, BlackRock, Fidelity, all these major players are now into the space, so they're going to take advantage of these dips. So I do think that we could see one more final dip in the crypto space before a massive rip. But again, this time is a lot different now that we got these heavyweights like BlackRock at the table. We're just foaming at the mouth, ready to buy more on the cheap, right? So I do think that XRP could come down. I'm thinking somewhere around 42 to 40 cents, maybe a flush of 40 cents, and we come back down and we test 39 cents, similar to Bitcoin, and coming back and testing 30K and seeing 29K. I think we could come down and test somewhere around 40 cents or 39 cents. And then that would also put us, and you can see here we wick below this trend line support. We never close a candle below it, but we always wick below it. So if we were to wick below it, that'd put us somewhere around 39 cents. So I do think that 39 cents could be in the cards. And I've got buy orders at, what do I have them at? I think I have them at, let's bring up I brought it up in the Pow Group private community earlier, and that's what motivated me to do this video. But yeah, I've got buy orders at 49 cents, 44 cents, and 40 cents is what I have them set at now. So again, I'd rather have those buy orders there. I'd rather have the money, liquid cash on the exchange, right? Whether it's in USD Tether, I like to hold USDC. So that's, I think, is the most safest bet out there. We still don't know how the government feels about, in the US and around the world, how the governments feel about Tether. So I'm just kind of skeptical, but I like USDC as the best one. So I've got, like I said, buy orders set, and I have that money on the exchange ready to go. I'm not trying to scramble when prices are dropping, right? So like I said, I do think that we could see a little bit more downside. We're also seeing a close under the 10-week moving average now for a month in a row, and we're pretty bearish here on the stochastic and the MACD. And then in terms of the weekly moving averages, we are very, very close. I said any week now we could see the 50 and the 200 weekly bull cross, which is the moving averages. And you can see last time that happened, we went from about 17 cents all the way up to $2. And this time we have legal clarity, the only one in the US with legal clarity. Not even Bitcoin or Ethereum have that. So, and again, it's not uncommon that we come back down after a monster move and see a flush down below it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a flush down below it, just like we did here. We got above it, and then we came back down for one final flush. We get above it, we come back down. We still haven't really dipped below it, right? So maybe this is our time here with the Bitcoin bear flag and potential. We have a monthly reversal candle here shaping up, bearish reversal, and then even on the weekly time frame as well, that's a pretty bearish candle there that we were looking at. So I do think that we could see one more final dip, and again, if we do dip, that would put us around 39 cents. And again, XRP usually comes back down and tests monthly support, and then we have monthly support there around 41 cents. So I could see a stop loss hunting scenario where we come down, test 39 cents, but it's looking really, really good here. And like medium to long term, I think we're going to see easily $8 to $12 in the next bull market, and I think it could be somewhere into the spring, right? We know Ripple could IPO. There could be a settlement in the case, which with the SEC versus Ripple, which I think is the most likely scenario. There's automated market makers. There's tons of things coming, right, to the ledger, to the XRP ledger, and to the crypto space at large, right? We could see stablecoin bills pass this year, which I think is very high probability as well. We get some sort of regulation with regards to stablecoins, and then we just start to see the SEC lose dominance. CFTC starts to really start to take control of the space. But on the daily time frame, we could see a death cross here with the 50 crossing down through the 200, again adding a little bit more confluence to the fact that we could see one more dip from here. But let me know in the thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if you think that after lunch, do you think that we're going to potentially see a drop down around 40 cents or a slight flush thereof before we see massive price appreciation? I think we could easily see, after we hit 40 cents or a flush of that, I think we could easily see $1.30 to $2, and then even all-time highs very, very quickly over the course of the next couple of months. And then I think into April, May, we could even be at potentially $8 and beyond, because as they say, the longer the base, the higher in space, the greater the accumulation, the greater the expansion. So looking forward to hearing from everybody. Hopefully you found this video update helpful on XRP. If you did, smash the like, share the video, I'd appreciate it. But thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Power Group, and we shall see you on the next video. Take care.